across to debate number 2 on the other side. Ladies and gentlemen, Karnataka government's decision to honor patriot Veer Savarkar has unleashed hangama in and outside the Vidhan Sauda in Belagavi, in Karnataka. Up in arms over the honor, Congress leaders walked out of the assembly just moments after Savarkar's portrait was unveiled. The Congress leaders sitting on dharna outside the assembly demanded that true icons be honored instead of British stooge like Savarkar. Listen in.
See, the speaker should have taken the confidence of the House. That has not been done. Keeping all of us in the dark. Unilaterally, the speaker has taken a decision to put up Savarkar's photograph.
They have brought this photo because we are going to raise a lot of corruption issues on them, on the 40% scandal, on the electoral scandals and lot of scandals which will be coming out. So they want to block it. That doesn't have any development agenda.
नहीं हमारा कुछ नहीं, हमारा और अलग लोगों को लीडर है, मान नायक है, उनका भी लगा दीजिए. हमारा डिमांड इतना ही है. और बस यानी सब कुछ तो डिमांड है. कहीं कहीं लोग चुने हुए लोग हैं, नेहरू जी है, वैसे बहुत सारे लोग हैं, उनका ही डिमांड है. सरकार उसके बारे में सोचना चाहिए.
You're watching the News Hour at 9. Debate number 2 on Times Now. Super Prime Time.
Well, joining the debate with Gaurav Bhatia, Mr. Ratan Sharda and Tehseen Poonawalla is Aslam Pasha. And I want to start with Tehseen Poonawalla. Tehseen Poonawalla, there is a Savarkar portrait in the parliament. What is the problem in having the portrait in the assembly in Karnataka?
The parliament, it's being put up by the BJP government, the NDA one, which is Vajpayee ji's. I'm just going to read out 4 lines because I don't know how much I'll get to speak. This is the Kapoor Commission finality, the end of the report. All facts taken together were destructive of any theory but the conspiracy to murder Mahatma Gandhi by Savarkar. The Kapoor Commission had access to a lot of evidence which were not available earlier to the trial judges, including the testimonies of A.P. Kasar and G.V. Damle, Savarkar's close associates for your viewers, who didn't testify at the trial but then were later summoned before the commission. And Kasar and Damle agreed to speak up. So this is a man the Kapoor Commission has indicted of murdering Mahatma Gandhi.
Can I read out what the Young Indian, you remember Young Indian? You remember National Herald? You remember the buildings in its name?
That's true.
Well, Young Indian printed the Mahatma Gandhi's collected works. And you know what Mahatma Gandhi said? He wanted that the British government should discharge the Savarkar brothers, and he said that these political offenders there have been political offenders discharged in Punjab, yet these 2 brothers have not received their liberty, although 5 months have gone after the publication of the proclamation.
And yet the same Gandhi was murdered.
And may I tell you,
and yet the same Gandhi was murdered.
And may I tell you what, may I also show you this letter by Indira Gandhi, who said that Veer Savarkar's daring defiance of the British government has its own important place in the annals of our freedom movement.
Correct.
Gaurav Bhatia,
she said this because the files were not available then. The files have been declassified.
No, Navika.
Gaurav Bhatia, respond.
Navika, you read the letter by Indira Gandhi ji. I don't think Tehseen Poonawalla or Khadge ji would be a taller leader than to defy Indira Gandhi and what she thought of Veer Savarkar ji in 1980, much after the Kapoor Commission, report and other fact that Tehseen was giving before us. Second, is it not correct that the please,
just to tell you.
Second, in the parliament, who unveiled the portrait of Veer Savarkar ji in 2003? Late Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. We revere him. If he had any doubts in his mind, don't you think he would refuse to even unveil? He also thought that Veer Savarkar ji's contribution to the country are immense. Third, don't we have an airport in the name of Veer Savarkar ji in Port Blair? What does it show? That the entire country respects the heroic deeds of Veer Savarkar ji, and the only political party that has a problem with it is trying to recreate history is the Congress party, because they can only eulogize the members of the Gandhi Parivar and no one else.
Aslam Pasha, I want to ask you, in a land where Tipu Sultan is being revered and celebrated, we have a problem with Veer Savarkar. And do you know what Tipu Sultan really stood for? He himself boasted about killing Hindus, Christians and converting them. I want to ask you, what has happened to our sense of history and what has happened to our understanding of the freedom movement?
Madam, I'll just take quick 1 minute to explain about Savarkar. Of course, Savarkar can be taken as a Hindutva icon, no doubt about it, but definitely we are not happy with putting his portrait among the likes of Mahatma Gandhi, Ambedkar, Vivekananda, and so on and so forth. Of course not. And I'll tell you what. Okay, I want to ask Mr. Gaurav Bhatia, sir, after Savarkar was released in 1924, can you tell me what's his contribution to independence struggle? And I will tell you what is his contribution. He was the president of Hindu Mahasabha. In his presidential address in Kanpur in 1942, he called for a campaign called Responsive Cooperation in Collaboration with the British. Right? When India, Mahatma Gandhi and all the freedom fighters were fighting and called it for Quit India movement, non-cooperation movement, it is Savarkar as a president of Hindu Mahasabha who called for a responsive cooperation. Let me also tell you, it is Hindu Mahasabha and the Muslim League who came in coalition, in collaboration with the British in the states like Punjab, Bengal and Northwestern Frontier. Deen Dayal Upadhyay, who you consider as the ideologue of RSS, he formed a government with Fazlul Haq in Punjab. In 3 different states, you made an unholy alliance with the Muslim League.
Gaurav Bhatia, I'm coming to you. Gaurav Bhatia, I'm coming to you. But Ratan Sharda, you know, all of them sitting here from the JDS, supporting the Congress party, suddenly find...
I am not supporting anyone. I am not supporting anyone. We are a regional party.
I call you the JDS. I refer to Tehseen Poonawalla.
Equidistant from both the national parties.
All right. Ratan Sharda, can you tell them, you know, why and how many people believe that Savarkar was great? Not just Mahatma Gandhi or Indira Gandhi, even current day leaders like Sharad Pawar and the others.
I'll quote something, everybody is quoting something. I'll also quote somebody and then I'll tell you who the person is. Profoundly as we disagree with his politics, Savarkar shows the old fire in him when he took up the thoughtless challenge thrown to Hindu Mahasabha by the government of Bihar and obtained a resounding victory at Bhagalpur, the Sir Stafford Cripps who he crossed swords with, which the former will never forget. And who quoted it? National Herald, Jawaharlal Nehru's paper in 1942. So that is the quote I would like to quote. Now coming to the main issue. See, we have done and dusted debate on Savarkar for the last whole year. Every month there is a debate. We keep on repeating the same fact. Big historians, big researchers have given all the arguments about why Savarkar is great, how he influenced the freedom struggle, why he was a dangerous criminal, terrorist for the British, and how he was the only one to get 2 life sentences, etc., etc. I don't know to get to the argument. My argument is, why has been Congress picking up this Savarkar issue again and again? It is not Savarkar problem. The problem is Hindutva. They hate Hindutva, an inclusive philosophy which gives every religion equal place. They like to have a secular polity which tries to wean away different communities in their community identity and create vote banks. More seriously, the problem is that this government is in the 75th year has come up with more and more research on freedom struggle about which nobody knew. We only know one stream of freedom struggle of Congress, De Di Hame Azadi Bina Sarg Bina Dal. We don't know that Bhils were fighting for freedom since eons.
Absolutely.
We don't know Mangad, 1,000 Adivasis were killed by British. It was never in history. Birsa Munda, never in history. Southern revolutionaries, Subramania Bharati or V.O. Siddaramaiah Pillai, never in history. So we know what Attlee said. Attlee said we are not afraid of Quit India movement. It was nothing. He said the naval mutiny of 1946, the widespread protest against the government on trials was the reason we decided to quit, because we did not know who will support us. The large number of soldiers who came back, we are very afraid of them. There is a book by Mr. Day which gives British documents. They can go and read it. So all this charm about
the question is why up until Indira Gandhi and up till PV Narasimha Rao, again a Congress Prime Minister, who said in 1992 it is heartening. तब तक तो आ गई थी ना कपूर कमीशन की रिपोर्ट, और तब तक तो सोनिया गांधी जी बन भी चुकी थी.
No, she was not president. The Kapoor, all the files were declassified much later.
What did PV Narasimha Rao say? He said, it is heartening to note that the Swatantra Veer Savarkar Rashtriya Samarak Bombay is bringing out a special commemorative volume on the occasion of Veer Savarkar's 110th birth anniversary on May 28, 1993. Veer Savarkar was a great patriot who imparted a revolutionary fervor to our freedom movement. His writings reveal an abiding commitment to social reform. Such constructive channeling of the energies of the youth is what our nation needs today for strength and prosperity. पर ये सावरकर को कैसे मानेंगे, क्योंकि ये तो नरसिम्हा राव को भी नहीं मानते जो कांग्रेसी थे up to his dying breath. Well, what's happening to the Congress party? Where is its sense of history? We'll leave it at that. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me on the News Hour tonight. Good night. Be safe.